Hello, everyone. My name is Dana. My pronouns are he, him. Tonight, with the Open Hearth, we are playing Excommunicado, which is a game by Adam Bass of World Champ Games. It's about an agent on the run from their previous employers. I guess it's uh, heavily influenced by John Wick, Max Payne, and any other super violent agent on the run uh, from their ex-employers type games. So let's meet um, let's meet the person who is excommunicado. Sabine, do you want to introduce us to yourself and to your character?
Yeah, hi, my name is Sabine. I use any pronouns and I am going to play. Well, usually people call him BK, uses him pronouns. BK is an abbreviation for Black Kite, which he started out on, is not totally in love with by now that he's an actual grown-up. His real name is Steve Darling, which is also not something he's in love with. He used to be, or still is, a goth, or looks like a goth, has found it pretty useful to look like a goth because people make the wrong assumptions. If you look like a goth, they might be wary of you, but for all the wrong reasons. He likes blades, he's good with blades. He can, of course, handle a gun or a helicopter or explosives and shit like that, but if it was up to him, he'd use a blade. He has a razor sharp stiletto. And yeah, he worked for a mercenary assassin squadron because that can never go wrong, right? That is a perfectly normal thing to do for a person. While he was working for them, he had a lover, Lucia, and then the lover died, or they separated and then the lover died, it's a bit unclear. Anyway, yeah, recently he had come to notice that there was a person running around who looked a lot like Lucia, and he asked around, is that maybe she looks like Lucia? And then he was told, no, you should have kept your fucking mouth shut. That was not for you. You shouldn't have resurrected her. And she especially is pissed at him now. And so is the rest of the organization, because she was supposed to be wherever she was. Maybe she was just lying over for a job and he blew that for her. Or maybe somebody kind of goaded him into that by showing him these pictures. Who knows? He's not entirely certain who actually gave him those photos to identify her and why it's such a big issue anyway. I mean, they could have just told him, right? They could have just told him. He's pissed off too, I guess. But they burned him, and now he's on the run to figure out A, what's going on with Lucia anyway, and B, how do I get these chuckleheads from not want to kill me? I mean, I don't want to kill all of them. There are a lot of them, probably, and some of them I like, I guess.
Yeah.
Or don't actively hate.
So, so I think we should start off with something like a bang, right?
Yep.
So let me ask you, when is the moment you realize that, having let the cat out of the bag about Lucia, you're in real trouble?
I think what happened was that, yeah, actually the guy who put me up to the whole thing, right, who said, hey, isn't that your old girlfriend, was kind of sort of a rival called, as I said, Nico. He came up and said, hey, you told everybody about Lucia. And I was like, what? No, I didn't. You did. And he was, no, you did. And now we got to kill you. And then he drew up this gun and tried to shoot me, that idiot. Anyway, yeah, that's...
So I guess that's where we'll start, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this like a tense conversation where you suddenly draw weapons, or is this you think you've convinced him of one thing and he comes at you from a blind side or something?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty blindsided. I didn't think it was a big deal because he kind of put me up to it, and now he's kind of like, no, we've got to kill you now. Yeah, I'm pretty much blindsided. I think we're in some kind of, I don't know, official building, like an airport or not office, like the place where you go to register for your license or stuff like
Okay,
that.
like a city hall or something
Yeah,
like
like a city
this.
hall,
Okay.
but it's looking super modern. There's glass everywhere, and elevators and stuff like that. And yeah.
Um, okay. So, um, so yeah, I think anytime you do something that is exciting, desperate, or perilous, you're going to roll 2d6. So, I think you are, taking the lift up to this room where you're, or this office where you're just doing some regular paperwork, like a
Mm.
private citizen. And when the lift door opens, you see Nico there with, a shotgun or something completely
Oh,
over the top.
wow.
I guess subtlety was never his strongest
No,
suit, right?
no, no.
So what do you do?
I will. Okay, the shotgun's pointed at me, right?
Mhm.
Fucking
Or it's
Nico.
about to be. I mean, he is
Okay.
maybe lowering it or taking it out of his absurdly large trench coat now that he sees you come out of the elevator.
You really should have done that, Nico. And then I throw a knife at him, obviously, because that will skew his aim, and then I can dodge away
Okay,
out of
yeah,
the elevator. I don't want to be in the elevator while this is going down.
yeah. So you're rolling 2d6, and then for every advantage you have, you roll an additional d6. So advantages are, you're really familiar with the location, um, you're doing something related to your crime, uh, or you're using your preferred weapon or
Mm-hmm.
signature item. Um, uh, so for every one of those you can come up with, you're rolling an additional d6.
Okay, so I
Um,
say I'm using blades. That gives
mhm.
me another thingy. And can I argue that since Nico is in the same organization as me, I know him and I know his style, and that would give me an advantage.
Yeah, I think so. What is it he is doing that is typically by the book, that gives you that edge?
That I think what's typically by the book is that he is typically by the book that he's not really starting to talk. I think we're being taught. Oh no, that's boring. Come on. No, he says a signature catchphrase.
Okay,
Obviously, we are taught to do that because that makes for better television.
okay. So what does no, he says going down, like he is asking you what floor you're going to in the elevator, and that
That's
obviously
his catchphrase, and so
that's
I
his
know.
catchphrase.
So I know that he's going to attack me. I like that. That is fun.
Yeah. Um, we'll have to use that again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so, so that's 46. And then
Mm-hmm.
if there is a disadvantage, um, you take away a d6. So if
No.
you're caught off guard, or if you're in a bad position, or physically outmatched, or injured. Um, I guess you're not trying to fight him, right? You're trying to escape, right? So
Yep.
the
Yes.
thrown blade. So I don't think that, if you were just standing here toe to toe,
Mm.
you might be outmatched, but right now you're not, I think. Okay.
No. Am I being caught off guard though?
I think maybe. Oh yeah. I guess that kind of cancels out his
Yeah.
catchphrase, right?
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. That's fair.
okay.
I think I'm a bit. I didn't expect this.
Okay.
But when he says going down, you can sense the ominous music starts to play, and then an action scene is coming, and the eyes widen, and suddenly it's moving, and a knife gets thrown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before you roll, let me explain. Every six you roll is a success. So that
Oh.
you're gonna tick the box
Mm-hmm.
either for your intel or for your escape.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Any one is a failure and marks a segment in one of my clocks, so apprehension or execution.
Oh, nice.
And if you get no ones or sixes, I fill in slices of my clock equal to the number of dice you rolled.
Oh, okay.
So that will escalate quickly.
Okay, okay.
um,
So it's not all that advantageous to roll a lot of that. Wow, that's yeah, that's interesting. I like it. Okay.
okay.
Come on, guys, you heard it. Right, we are looking for sixes. If we can't do sixes, give me a one at least. Well, okay, heard me. There's a one.
Ones at least, I guess.
Mhm.
Am I in the wrong roll room? Okay.
It's better.
Uh,
It's better than you marking three, right? You marking
yes,
one is
definitely.
better than you marking three. Okay.
So I will mark this in apprehension
Mm-hmm.
because that is to do with the police, right? And given that you're in City Hall, you
Mm-hmm.
know
Yep.
you're much more likely to attract the attention of law enforcement
Oh yeah.
than
Yeah.
maybe um, all these other
Especially if
people.
Nico shoots at me with this
Yeah.
fucking shotgun.
So why don't you describe what that looks like? You're escaping Nico, um, but you are attracting some attention from the authorities.
Yeah, I think what happens is he shoots. I throw the dagger. I throw the knife. It hits him. He shoots. He misses. I dodge past. No problem. Um, but the shot is pretty loud, and we are in City Hall, so the cops will pay some sort of attention. And then I, um, I think I kind of how do I get out? I think I get out very publicly because we're not that high up, right? We're in the first, no, the second floor. Assuming there's no ground floor, we're in the second floor.
Okay.
So I jump through a glass thing into the lobby and run out because I don't really want to fight Nico before I figure out what's actually going on. And yeah, and if everybody's after me or just that guy or what they actually want from me. So, but what the cops see is they hear a shotgun, they see a guy flying the scene, so they think, oh wow, that must be the shotgun guy, even though I don't have the shotgun. But
Yeah.
the shotgun probably gets left behind. And then they have my face, and I think there might be someone who recognizes who I am.
Mhm. And also you're a goth, so therefore you're totally under suspicion straight away.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm a goth running. That I must have done something wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So how are you gonna get out of here? I mean, I think you can hear, as you're escaping, you leap through the glass, you're out the front door, and you can see Nico struggling down the stairs. It's this big winding staircase, getting people out of his way, yelling in a very
Mm.
impatient way. How are you going to get out of his
Oh,
path?
I'll jump on my motorcycle, obviously.
Okay. Um,
It's black.
who
Who would have thought?
would have thought? Is it
Yeah.
like a powerful sports bike or like a hog or something in between?
No, I think it is. We're in a city, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a motocross bike
Okay,
where you can just jump downstairs and stuff like that,
okay,
where cop cars can't follow you.
okay.
But it's
Awesome.
black.
Yeah, it's black.
It's very black.
So yeah, the this cop car that was across the street. Uh, the officers there jump into the car and follow you, right? Where are you going to go where they cannot follow?
I think first of all I will throw out some caltrops behind me because these are bladed things, right?
Uh
And
huh.
I
Yep.
do have them. So I will throw them out, but of course there are a lot of cop cars. I think I will go to like a place where the pedestrian zone.
Okay.
I will try not to hit a pedestrian.
Okay.
I know the cops won't feel the same, but they probably can't follow me down the stairs.
Probably not. So for your escape, you start with two dice.
Yep.
I think your um, your scrambler and your kind of route is definitely an advantage.
Hmm.
Your caltrops, bladed weapons,
Hmm.
definitely a big fan of caltrops.
Hmm.
So I think that is 4 dice.
Okay. Okay, dice roll. Work your way up. Give me a 6 now. Thank you.
Ooh. So
There
that
is both a 6 and a 1. I don't know what
okay.
that means.
So in this case, uh, so you're going to describe how your desired action excels.
Mhm.
Each success, you fill in one of your clocks, so either escape or intel.
Mhm.
But there's a complication. Your situation gets worse. Maybe you don't get completely scot free. Maybe you've got to ditch the bike or something.
Mhm. Okay.
Um, so yeah.
Okay.
Um, so you get to choose whether you fill in intel or escape, whatever makes the most sense to you. Again, if you want to do intel instead of escape, maybe you find out something that tells you what's really going on here.
Okay. I think I mean escape makes the most sense, but I like intel because that would propel me to find out more about
Mhm.
stuff, right? So I will mark that one. And I will say, does that even work? I'm sorry, I'm so amazed. Oh, it's different pictures, right? You're using different pictures. How?
Yes, it's
Oh,
not
okay,
me. It's
okay, okay, okay.
Ben. Ben did
Yeah,
this. So
yeah, okay, okay. But I just was just like, how does this is a picture? Does it know how to fill? No, it's a different picture, obviously. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can. I wish I could make it to your. It's a tarot thing, but still, I wish I could make it to that. Anyway, I'm babbling. Okay, what's happening? What's going on? I think I'm racing down the stairs into the city center, and there are a fountain and a park, and people are strolling about. It's a sunny day, and I'm on my bike, and I don't wear a helmet because I didn't have proper time, so my hair is streaming in the wind, which is kind of interesting. And you hear the sirens all around and cops shouting and yelling at people to get out of the fucking way. And yeah, it's a whole mess. And while I'm racing down the thoroughfare, it's lined by trees and it leads up to this huge fountain, but there's also a metro station nearby. Um, while the cops are coming from the front and behind, people are strolling. I see strolling through the park, none other than Lucia with, I think, one of the leaders of the organization. And I
okay,
don't know his name, but he's called Madcap.
madcap.
Yeah, that's his moniker. I think it's not his, probably not his real name. He used to be very jealous. Still a bit jealous,
Just a
to be
bit
honest.
jealous.
But I don't have time to figure this out because cops are running around, and somewhere there's probably still Nico. So what I'll do, I'll go down into the metro station on the bike, of course. Narrowly avoid running down a couple of teenagers. One of them is filming me with his phone. But when I'm down there, I leave the bike
Okay.
behind, just lean it against the wall and run off and step into one of the trains.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, I think like when you go down past the thoroughfare and you see Madcap and Lucia there, they're looking at you,
Mhm.
and they obviously, you know, whether they're like have already ordered it or whether maybe this is, um, Nico has gone off piste. You can see Madcap, pull out his phone and press a few buttons, and that means that the signal is going out to the rest of the squadron
Mm.
to take you out.
Yeah,
Um,
great.
and you run, dump your bike and run into the train just as it pulls out,
Yeah.
and at the other end of the carriage, you hear the ringtone go off. That is like
Oh.
the squadron ringtone. When Madcap texts you, you get this ringtone.
Yeah, it's like a little jig or something that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you see like one of your old squadron. I'm not sure
Mm.
buddy is probably too strong a word, but one of them,
Mm.
like down at the end, look up at the phone and maybe look up at you and like put very quickly, but maybe not quickly enough, put two and two together.
Yeah, maybe I can avoid being seen by him. Is that possible? Because I would like to, I don't know, steal someone's cap.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, uh, so you hear the ringtone and you
Mm-hmm.
immediately go
Yeah.
into kind of
Oh yeah.
hide.
Oh yeah. I know what that meant. I know that look on Madcap's face, and I know that whatever's going on. But
Mm-hmm.
Lucia, she didn't. She no, she didn't look like I expected her to look, and I'm taking this guy's cap, and when he starts to complain, I will shut him up by just staring at him with this "Hello,
Mm-hmm.
I'm an evil assassin" stare, and he'll shut up. He'll shut up.
Yeah. So let's make this a
Mm-hmm.
whole avoid the
Yeah.
assassins on the
Mm-hmm.
train. I
Yeah.
think you can make a civilian shut up by glaring at him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
I should hope so.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's roll for that, and then I'll have a Karen on my hands.
Um, so yeah. Um, let's see. This I guess there's two dice for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I kind of know the ringtone, so that gives me the advantage, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure. So that sounds like
Oops.
three.
3. Sounds like 3 because I'm not using a blade this time, and my shopkeep is nowhere near. I need to get to him, I think, first.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm rolling 3 dice. Um, yeah, no. This
Okay.
went wrong. I should have talked to the dice room before I did that, but
I mean, those dice would be perfectly well for most of the games, but not this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I know.
So it's three dice rolled, no ones, no sixes.
Yeah, no.
Um, so I think you scare this civilian out of his hat, and
Mm-hmm.
you turn your back on your old colleague and maybe move to a different carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your head down, but maybe we see this guy with his phone out, and he is taking some footage of you, and then he's like calling the cops to say this guy
Mm-hmm.
robbed him. He doesn't he couldn't say took my cap, right? Because that's ridiculous. But he said this guy robbed me, and he's a goth, and he looks really scary, and I feared for my life, and all this. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
only he knew,
Yeah.
right? So I am going to mark 2 on the apprehension, and I'm going to
Okay.
mark 1 in execution because as
Nice.
the word goes out, the
Yeah.
assassins are usually tied into the police networks. So
Yeah. Yeah. Great. I'm not looking good for me, I think.
okay, but I guess are we saying like next stop is, or a couple of stops down the line is maybe near your shopkeeper
Yeah.
friend, so
Yeah.
um, you can hole up there. What
Yeah.
what's the name of your? I think you described it as a music shop, right?
It's a music shop.
Okay.
Yeah. It's oh God. Give me a good music shop name. I could Google it.
Um,
Okay. These are not good. Oh no. Damn it. Internet fails me right now. Music business generator. Yeah, get started. Add words into the search bar. Okay, so I think it's called Children of the Night.
Okay.
Just to place this, right?
Yeah. What's the name of the purveyor of these finest records?
Lacrimosa.
Okay.
It's a she.
Awesome. Okay.
It's probably not her real name.
Probably not a real name, but you
never know,
the
right?
more. I mean, you can't have a goth called Steve, right? That's clear to everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. She knows my real name is Steve. I was high on absinthe and stuff when I told her, but she does not address me with that.
Okay.
For that.
So I imagine, if you've told her your real name, presumably that means you've told her the truth, right?
I don't know how much I told her about my business. I told her I was an eclectic business serving a
Okay.
very specialized clientele. And she
Um,
thinks maybe she doesn't think, I don't know what she thinks I do.
okay.
She might have suspicions.
Yeah. I mean, I guess what's clear is that you can
Yeah.
still trust her,
Yeah.
and that she might expect favors in return for keeping your secrets, right? Those are things the
Yeah.
prompts suggest. So when you come in,
Mhm.
like, how do you still look your usual cool self, or you're a little bit harried, or
I
looking
think
over
I've
your back?
I think I've lost the stolen hat. I'm not going in there with a baseball cap
Yeah, yeah.
that declares I love the Red Sox. Because then she absolutely know I was fast. No, but I think I look a little harried, maybe a little out of breath, and definitely looking over my shoulder.
Hmm. Well, greetings, BK.
Hey, Lacey, I might be in a bit of a situation here.
Well, like I said last week, we're expecting those tracks in the next shipment, so don't worry yet. It is not as serious as you might think.
Good, great. You remember my old girlfriend Lucia? I know you said she was a bad news.
I mean, those are not the words I used, but yes, I do recall.
She's back in the picture. And I don't know how it happens, but she got me on the outs with my boss.
Oh, you need a job here, is that it?
No, I need to figure out what's going on before somebody comes and terminates my employment finally.
Okay, well, you can, if you need some privacy, you can have, I mean, you can have my office, but Sound Booth 3 is basically an office.
I think office might be good. Yeah, maybe I can figure out some shit. Call in some
Okay.
favors.
Anyone following you? Because you have that look.
Hopefully not. I wouldn't have come here if I'd seen anybody following me.
Mhm. Well, I'll put our best staff on interrupting anyone who does come in here who doesn't belong.
Yeah, and then if something goes down, get yourself out of here. I'll can any damages that happen, I can pay for. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, that sounds serious.
It is, it is, it is. My boss is not the forgiving kind.
Hmm, obviously.
Hmm.
So you got a little bit of safety.
Yes.
Um, who? So if you got an office, is there someone
Mhm.
you could call who you think might help you?
I think I will go on the dark web and see what they're saying about me.
Okay.
Because if you put out a kill order, there will be
Yeah.
messages, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just hope that they haven't revoked my passwords and all of that shit.
Yeah.
And if they have, I still have Nico's passport. Don't worry.
Okay. So there is a table of d6 friends and d6 enemies. So maybe
Mhm, mhm,
I'll roll and we'll see who's talking about you or defending you or whatever.
Okay.
Uh,
Where
so
is the table of D6 friends and D6
oh, sorry,
enemies?
it's in the PDF.
It's in the PDF.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So one of your friends
Mhm.
is Isla, and they are a demolition expert and former flame.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and I'm not sure what they're doing to kind of, um, how do you think they would act like on your behalf, but trying to slow play things or trying to obfuscate some of your real locations that you might be
I
hanging out in.
think what they might actually do is maybe not precisely help me, but what they
Mhm,
might do is they might try to figure out what's going on because they were my friend and now the killer is going out. They will have questions. And I can follow those questions to figure out what's really what the problem might be here
mhm,
and
mhm.
who I might have to thank for the whole thing and who I could maybe take out to make all of this go away.
Okay. Um, so yeah, I think those questions are all about like, well, you know looking for some kind of proof of what you did because it's very unusual for someone in the squadron
Mhm,
to go rogue in the way that the order
mhm.
suggests.
Yeah.
So they are kind of picking at
Mhm,
exactly what Madcap and Lucia might have been up to.
mhm.
So that's certainly something you could follow up on.
Yeah.
Um, I guess your enemy, or
Mhm.
your definitely enemy now,
Mhm.
is an operative called Olive, who is
Olive or
obvious.
Olive? Olive.
Olive,
Olive.
who is a fame-seeking new operative who wants your skull, so wants to make a name for herself.
Oh, okay. And what was the other person's name?
Uh, Isla,
Isla.
Isla.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Um, and I mean, obviously Olive is a bit of a blowhard, a braggart,
Mhm.
um, but has certainly got no compunction over saying that within 24 hours she will have your skull on her I don't know wall trophy cabinet or whatever. Um,
Yeah. It will be the prettiest skull there.
um, and yeah, I guess the general mood on the this board, we call it a bulletin board if it's on the dark web, is well, pass the popcorn. This we
Mhm.
shall have to see, or kind of nice knowing you, Olive. You
Mhm.
obviously don't know BK,
Mhm.
so I mean, some people who are obviously very impressed with your reputation and are maybe waiting for other people to soften you up before
Yeah.
making a move.
Yeah, that's the problem here. If I go and take out this Olive, and she doesn't look like she knows much, right? Maybe she
Yeah,
does.
probably. I mean, pursuing the you only got to get lucky once kind of approach, maybe.
Uh, yeah, but you gotta get lucky
Yeah,
once.
yeah,
Okay, so I think I need to get okay, but we don't know what did I figure out? Or do I have to roll to figure out what Madcap is
yeah. So
about? What my supposed crime against the organization was?
I think you would have to
Okay.
reach out or contact Isla
Mhm.
to
Okay.
find out what she knows or what she's gotten on the grapevine in other ways.
Okay, I
Um,
will then try to do so and do I do that with Nico's identity, pretending to be him, or do I tell her straight up it's me? I think I tell her straight up it's me.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand what the problem here seems to be and what I'm supposed to have done.
Yeah.
Uh, I know that Madcap has it in for me. I know the kill order has been out. I know that Olive, of all things, is coming for me. Maybe I'll have her lock off my hair if she asks nicely, but probably not.
Mm.
But I need to know what's going on because I can't fight this if I don't know what's really going on. I don't really want to roll up and kill all of you.
Mm. So I think for this you'll be rolling 2 dice to start.
Mm-hmm.
One for Isla helping you out because she is
Mm-hmm.
your friend.
Yep.
One for being in a safe location
Yeah.
at
Okay.
the record store.
Yep.
Um, I think if you can like add something to the mix that talks about Lucia a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
that might get you a fifth
Yeah.
die.
Okay. I will then say I will say all I did was talk to Nico about Lucia and that she's not dead, and suddenly everything is blowing up in my face. I don't know why. I was over with Lucia. I thought she was dead. She's not. Now she's hanging out with Madcap. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of dice now.
You have a lot of dice, 5 dice.
Mm-hmm. Last room. I need sixes now, please. A lot of them. 2 will do. No, 1, it's 1. And 2 ones, of course. The dice room does not like this guy, but at least I get a point of intel.
Yeah.
I will take a point of intel here.
So,
And you get 2 thingies. I
yeah,
guess you get 2 thingies for the 2 ones,
I
right?
got 2 for the 2 ones. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
damn it. I'm so
So,
dead.
so I think I'm gonna fill in 2 on execution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes
Um,
sense.
and are you talking to Isla on the phone, or are you kind of in the building board kind of private area
Yeah,
with
I think
them?
I messaged them on the bulletin board.
Yeah. So you're getting intel. So yeah, I think in the conversation, I was piecing together some of um, what has happened, and apparently, so, like her theory, which is not very worked out yet, is that um, Lucia was working uh, with some rival group,
Oh.
deep undercover, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
not. Maybe it was like a coup attempt. Who knows? There's like a million ideas now that it's out that she was in fact alive all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so something untoward, but obviously, if she was still with Madcap, in the last couple of hours, then what could that mean? A lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then like there's those 3 dots kind of hover in the bulletin board, and it's like, hold on. Um, and then when they come back, you don't know until maybe a couple of minutes into the conversation, but this is like someone else typing on Isla's keyboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it suddenly goes from giving you information to looking for your current location, right? Hey, why don't I help you out? Why don't I come and we'll find the truth together?
Yeah, I think I noticed that, right? So I'll say, yeah, good idea. Let's meet up. And I'll set up a meeting because then somebody will come who maybe knows more
Yep.
and I can talk to. There will be fight probably, but
So what's the location you want to have this fight in?
what's the location I want to visit? I think I want the location to be at the waterfront on some old boat, like an
Okay.
old cargo ship.
Okay. Yeah.
I think there are a lot of stuff we can throw and run around on and shoot and stuff like that. And also, it's kind of the perfect location for close range weapons, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have to use a gun. I don't like that doing that.
Okay. So let's take our first break.
Yes.
Okay. So we find ourselves at the docks.
Yes.
A disused or somehow too old for service cargo ship, right?
Yeah, I think it looks disused. It gets used as a place for shady people to exchange goods.
Okay. So there is one of your D6 friends is listed as Atticus, a chummy, well-stocked illicit arms dealer.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah.
so this sounds like his kind of place, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is
Uh,
Atticus's place.
um, so I
Do I
guess
have any, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt you. You say there are my D6 friends and D6 enemies. They're in the PDF, right?
yes, they're in the PDF. I
Okay.
can paste in the table to give you an
No, I
idea
think
of.
I like the suspense. I was
Okay.
just curious. I like the suspense of figuring out, oh, you're my D6 friend, you're my D6 enemy. Damn it.
Um, okay, so um, spoiler alert,
Hmm?
you're probably going to run out of both. um, yeah, so do you want to um, see if you can set something up with Atticus beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
or do you want to maybe rely on him when things go pear-shaped?
Setting up stuff beforehand seems useful. What I want
Mhm.
Atticus to do is, I know he has cameras all around because this is a play. I mean, can never hurt, right? To have a bit of blackmail material.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he says he doesn't have cameras. I know better. I know that guy. I think he's got drones or stuff like that. I've never asked too clearly, but I will tell him just to set up some stuff to some what's the word,
mhm,
surveillance stuff. Doesn't He doesn't need to interfere. I think I can take these triple heads by myself, but um I need information. I need to figure out what's going on and how can I end this quickly. That's what I
mhm,
want to know.
yeah.
If only I wasn't a PBTA game.
So, I guess you are trying to like trap or get the drop on Olive. It's sorry, Olive is going to be showing up, having gotten rid of your friend Isla. Olive is
Oh
going to
yeah.
show up to try to take that head, right?
Oh yeah. I think what I want to do is I want to draw her out and then take her down.
Hmm.
But maybe get her to talk a little, right? So I need to get a little chit chat going
Okay,
before I take her out.
some kind of villainous monologue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a feeling she's the type. So
Okay, so I guess you start with two.
yeah,
Um, I imagine you know this territory
yeah,
well,
yeah. I
so that's
do.
one, and you
Yeah,
have Atticus on your side, so that's another one.
and
So
also I
it's
think she thinks I'm talking. No, she thinks that I think that I'm talking to Isla. Isla.
yeah,
But I know that I'm going to talk to. I don't know if it's Olive, but I know that I'm talking that there's somebody else will be coming.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not Isla.
yeah.
I'm not going to be. Oh, well, that does not maybe not give me a die. That doesn't subtract something for being off guard, right?
Yeah, you're definitely not an off guard. I mean,
No.
this is you setting the trap, even
Yeah.
though she thinks she's setting the trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I think that's
Sweet
worth a
little.
die. I think that's worth an
Okay.
extra die.
Sweet little
So
girl.
that is five, if I'm counting right.
Yeah. How does this hurt thing work again?
So uh, if you get hurt, I will start filling in these
Yeah,
for
but
whatever makes fictional sense.
mhm.
Um, I I think you haven't really come close to getting hurt. I mean,
No,
maybe in that initial
no,
exchange
but I
with
think
Nico.
I can trigger this, right? To get through the encounter.
Yeah, you
Can
can.
I?
So when you describe, so you have to fill the. So when the hurt clock fills, you get to perform this exceptional
Mhm.
display,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
But you know what you can do is when you or depending on how well things go, you can describe yourself getting hurt anyway, right? Just to nerf
Yeah.
slash boost
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I was wondering if I could use that instead of rolling right now. That's the question I was having. I don't know if
Uh,
that's how
yeah,
the mechanic
not quite
works.
yet, but
Okay.
get yourself hurt, and for
Oh,
sure,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
Fine.
think, yeah, if you get into trouble in a fight with Olive, then for sure
Okay, then I
you can
can
bring it
mark
out.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fine. Okay, let's see how that goes. Dice roll. I need a 6, please. It's Olive. Come on, you don't like Olive, right? Nope. Dice roll doesn't like Olive.
Well, no ones, importantly, and
Yep.
1 6.
Not a lot,
Um,
but it's better than nothing.
Not a lot, but better than nothing. Yeah. So, um, so I guess the question is, you know, like, um, how do you get this information out of her, or like, does she think she has the upper hand and is like doing that villainous monologue?
Yeah, I think I'm goading her into that, and I will mark the hurt thing just for fun and to see what that will
Okay.
do.
So how hurt do you want her to to hurt you?
I think what is her signature weapon?
Well, I don't think it tells us. So I think she's a fame-seeking new operative. So I think she is like kind of cookie cutter in a way, like a silenced Glock or something. Kind of classic,
Oh,
but maybe
oh,
like 95% of people
yeah,
start out off with a
yeah,
silenced Glock, right?
yeah, right, right. Okay, so I draw her out, and yeah, I will throw knives at her. I will miss on purpose. Maybe give her a little slash so she can feel that this is really that I'm really making an effort.
Yeah, it
But
can't come
then
too easy.
yeah, it can come too easy. And then she'll hit me, sort of. I think what she mainly does is she hits me in the torso, where of course I'm wearing Kevlar, but
Of
it still
course.
hurts to be
Yeah,
hit in the torso, even with a silenced bullet from a Glock, even if you wear Kevlar. So my might not be quite as much acted as a, as I would have wanted it to be anyway. And she's like, "Ha! I heard that crack." Which okay, whatever she heard, but um,
well, the ceramic plate in your
yeah,
Kevlar vest. Yeah.
probably. And I think I got you now. I got you now. And then she starts villainous monologuing, and I'll be back to you.
Okay.
Actually, she's your NPC.
Yeah. So you're
And I'm hiding behind some crate or something and making like this
okay.
noise to indicate that I'm, yes, gravely hurt, but not quite out of it yet. So she won't just rush up and finish it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. And I think, you know, so take this as an opportunity to fill as many of your
Mm-hmm.
hurt clocks as possible. You know, she starts putting rounds through the wooden crate, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, behind which you're hiding, you know, and like slowly pinging every kind of
Mm-hmm.
10 centimeters or something to see if she can make sure she gets you. And in between every one, she says something, you know, kind of demeaning and arrogant, like the way people talked about you. It was like you could do no wrong. You were unkillable. Um, I don't know what Lucia saw in you to raise you up so high. Um, there was talk of her bringing you with her to the other side. Uh,
Okay.
um,
Um, I think she will be very happy to, because the heavy breathing has stopped. I'll give her 10 seconds of triumph and then I'll show up behind her. But and then she's like, I've got you now. You weren't so tough. And I'm from behind her. I will have the knife at her throat. I will say, well, dear Olive, I am that tough. You, however, are not. And then we'll just,
I,
yeah.
th- I think this sounds like a fight, right?
Is this a fight? Am I just taking her out? I mean, we can
Uh,
do it as a fight if you think that's possible, that's proper.
well, if you want to make it a fight, then you can fill in as much of your hurt clock as you want. So when you fill it all in, then you get to use that.
Then I get
Uh,
to use that.
yeah.
Okay, I guess. Fine. No, I don't think I want to do that right now.
Okay. You just want to
I'm
end it.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
end it. I think this is cooler if I just end it, but I'll give myself another for the second one that went into my bag. It didn't go into my bag, but it still hurts. Like fuck.
Yeah. Or maybe like when you come up behind her
Mm.
and she has that moment of panic, she maybe tries to elbow you in the back or elbow behind her and that just you take the hit,
Oh,
but you finish her.
or maybe she has stiletto heels because why wouldn't she? No,
Always the best footwear for a fight, right?
right, right. I mean, you can hurt someone with that,
Yeah.
and in movies like that, at least. No, I think I'm good with two hurt, and
Okay.
I'm taking her out though.
Okay.
Then I'm taking her phone.
And
Just
you. So did you
I
check your progress on
no,
Intel? Yeah.
did not. I did
Okay.
not. Now I have. I have
Yeah.
three Intel. What happens when I fill the Intel clock?
So the rule is when you fill in the Intel clock, you kind of know exactly what's going
Okay.
on. And escape is to kind of get out of this whole mess. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to fill one and then the other. Just the rule is you cannot fully escape until you also get all the intel.
Oh, okay.
So you can mix and match whatever makes most sense to you.
Okay, but I need to fill both of them
Yeah, to get scot free.
before
Yeah,
to
yeah,
to get to the bottom of this and take out whoever is doing this to me, or to get away and live my life in
exactly.
some
Yeah.
goth paradise like maybe Prague or wherever, or Dublin. I imagine the weather is not great there. I don't know.
No, but
Some
it's perfect for goths, right? It's
Yeah, that's exactly, that's like the
yeah, yeah.
paradise for goths. So maybe that's where I want to go. My dream home
Yeah.
thingy. No, probably not.
Um, so you end her, and maybe there's maybe you get a signal from Atticus
Mhm.
because someone else is on the premises, someone that um, someone that who is also out to get you, but you have
Mm,
a little bit of forewarning.
nice.
So let me roll a die, see who it is. Ooh, it is Marnie, formerly on your team, now a dirty cop. I mean, I
What's his
guess I'm a
name?
special Marnie, Marnie. Yeah,
Marniei. Marnie. Like that?
sure. Let's go with that.
Mar.
Yeah,
Marnie. Yeah, okay. Dirty cop. Oh,
yeah. I
I
mean,
never liked that guy.
reach deep into the barrel and you'll find one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And the thing is, if you kill a cop and you have all of them all the time on your on your tail, so I think I'd better just get out of here because he probably doesn't know anything anyway, right?
yeah, maybe because he is Marnie is in both camps. Maybe a little
Mm.
bit in the criminal world in terms of the squadron, and a little bit in the cop world.
Mm.
Maybe he is the only person who can put two and two together. Um,
Mm. Oh,
so definitely dangerous.
yeah.
Um, so I guess from your point of view, maybe it's an opportunity um, to get more intel or to find out, how best to
Sorry.
escape. or maybe you
Yeah,
just cut loose right now.
I think yeah, maybe you can talk to him. You know what? He's a dirty cop, but he was in my team, and he's not currently in the organization, so maybe he's a dirty cop, so I might just bribe him.
Okay, yeah,
I mean, I'm a world-class assassin. I imagine you get some serious money for that.
yeah, yeah. So, uh, yeah, why don't you describe where you meet up with him? Is that like in one of the your shopping containers here, or
No,
a dive bar or something like that?
I think he if he's prowling around, I'll just pop up like next to him, behind him, half behind him, and say something like, and this is probably a very dark corner of this already pretty dark shipyard thingy cargo area. And I will say, hey, Marnie, imagine seeing you here. And I need to roll for this, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is a fraught situation, but maybe um, so definitely dangerous. It could go either way, but definitely something you can use to get some ticks in the boxes for escape or intel. So yeah, why don't you roll now?
Uh-huh.
Let's see, what have you got? Two dice for sure, as always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
I still know my way around this
you still
place.
know your way around. You've got friends here, but
Yeah.
I guess Atticus is not maybe
He warned
in
me,
this
so
conversation. He doesn't want to piss off a customer.
no, no, he
Um,
doesn't. Obviously not. But I know that Marnie is here before he knew I
mm,
got the drop on him, so I think
yeah,
that gives
yeah.
me advantage.
Um, so that's four dice.
Yep. And
Yep.
I do not draw my blade yet because
Yes.
uh, 8 dice roll. Remember what we talked about? Sixes, please.
Mhm.
Yeah, there is one.
There
See,
you go.
works. Thank you.
Uh, the dice room is in your favor, in your corner.
I don't know. Don't know about that. You
So
know how to, it needs to be complemented, I guess.
mhm.
I don't know who
um,
told
you
me
need to
that, but it
sweet
seems to
sweet
work.
talk the dice room.
Seems to work sometimes. I don't know.
So do you want to maybe before we give you play through this conversation, do you think you want to click a box on escape or
Yep.
intel?
I want to take a box on escape now
Okay.
because I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Because it won't help me if I know what's going on, and then yeah,
Yeah.
well, what
Okay.
could
So
be
tick a box on that,
quite
and
tough.
uh, well, surprised to see you still alive and kicking. The word on the street is that you're not long for this world.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that before, actually.
Well, we all heard it about ourselves one time or another.
Mm.
Um, and I think he notices like the holes in your vest or your
Mm-hmm.
jacket, right from the
Mm-hmm.
shots. Guess your vest still doing you favors, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Well, if
I mean,
you're
who shoots someone in the torso instead of the head, right? Rank
uh,
amateurs.
newbie mistake, huh?
Mm.
Unless you're gonna, put him down with a big bore shotgun, but then follow up with a headshot, But
Yeah, that might be a thing, but
let me guess, Glock 17.
I think it was a 19, but
Uh,
still,
what can you do?
at least it didn't jam on them. So I mean, it doesn't help them now much now, but
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's cold comfort right now.
uh,
So, are you in need of a special taxi service to get you out of the city?
I think I'm not yet ready to let this just go.
well, these things take a while to set up, so I can get the
Yeah.
ball rolling.
Yeah, get the ball rolling, Marnie. I'd appreciate having a way out. That might be nice. Have that in my back pocket. But for now, I think Madcap might overestimate his uh, security.
Hmm. Well, listen, I don't want to know anything about that.
No, you don't. You really don't.
But friends' rates are still rates, like we say.
Yeah, I'm good, you know that, and I'll give you wait. Do you have a card reader with you?
Obviously.
I mean, there are places where even the panhandlers on the street have card readers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think there's a whatever shady crypto coin the squadron uses.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, payment crypto coin. That
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would that's brilliant. Brilliant. He's fucked. But not by me. Not by
yeah,
me.
yeah.
So by me.
Um, Everyone thinks they're in on the ground floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the
Mm-hmm.
assassin game and the
Yeah.
crypto game.
Well.
Um, okay, so yeah, he takes a down payment,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be a couple of days or whatever
Mm-hmm.
is fictionally appropriate
Yeah.
to get it all set up for you.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
And yeah, I mean, like he is being very paranoid. He's maybe not leaving for a while after you. He leaves you go and
Yeah.
he goes back to his business. He doesn't want to be seen with you.
Okay. I think BK wants to go to Berlin. They have sparkle parties there. He needs to see that. Probably hate it, but you know, it's
So
time for a change.
yeah. Uh, so if you, I guess next up is tracking down Madcap or find
Lucia, probably. I need to talk to
Lucia.
her. I
Okay.
mean, she's at the center of this whole mess, and I have a feeling that whatever is going on, it's down to her, and I need to find her, and I need to talk to her, and to figure out why she's not dead, and why she didn't tell me that she wasn't dead, and why this is such a big issue all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. So,
Or I could lean on Nico. He put me up to this whole shit. Oh,
yeah.
I will go and lean on Nico.
Okay.
That's emotionally the easier target anyway. So I think it's better if the showdown is closer to Lucia then.
Okay. So
No,
where do you think you'll be able to find Nico?
Nico's the shotgun guy and the big
Yeah.
arms guy, right? So where do we find someone like that? I think at a hunter's lodge. It's like this like some people go to a golf club, he goes to a hunting club where you
Okay.
can go and talk to other people about the size of your gun and the size of the things that you hunted and stuff like that.
Okay. So this is like a regular hunters club, not like a code name for an assassin's speakeasy.
Mm, yeah, might be a bit of both actually.
Okay. So is this out in the kind of
Yeah,
out in the boonies, a little bit
yeah,
out in the countryside?
yeah.
Um,
We need a bit of the countryside, right? We've,
yeah.
we've been
Yeah.
in civilization too much. I think BK does not feel very comfortable in the countryside, but you can kill a bear with a knife if you're really
Yeah.
good.
And obviously, it's not a nice car park beside the hunter's lodge. It's like a bit of a trek to get here.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
chase worthy or hunt worthy, right when things go wrong.
Yeah, like that, definitely. Running through the woods, he will. I feel BK loves running through the woods. I mean, there is something to be said for darkness in the woods if you have a weapon that doesn't make
Mhm.
any noise. So,
So do you think you want to get him like at the lodge, like in the kind of post-hunting brandy drinking kind of session, or get him while he's out in a hide hunting or something like that?
oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, yeah. I think that's but I like the night better because they usually hunt. No, you hunt during the night, right? I
It
think
depends
during the
how.
dawn or something. I like dawn
I
or
mean,
dusk.
yeah, I would think normal hunters hunt during the day, but
Yeah,
for Nico, that's not exciting enough.
exactly. So yeah, I think I'll go after him while he is hunting. I don't know what the fuck he's hunting. Something he shouldn't hunt, probably some bear.
Okay, yeah,
Something that is protected,
yeah,
obviously.
obvious.
Oh, mountain lion. Mountain lions are
Mountain lion.
probably
Okay,
protected. Yeah, they sound protected.
yeah.
So he's out hunting a mountain lion because he's so cool,
um, okay, so
blowing off some steam because he didn't get me.
yeah, yeah. Um, so let's roll to see you catch Nico unawares
Mhm.
or off guard.
Okay.
Um,
I think I'm using a blade here to stick it to him once
yeah,
I've, because I mean, this is what I do,
yeah.
sticking people with blades. Good at that.
Um, and I mean, how uh, do I kind of infer that maybe this is not um, BK's natural place to hang out, but he's familiar with it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he is someone who is going to hunt animals
Okay,
because
yeah.
why would he? Come on.
Hmm.
That would be kind of unfair towards the
Hmm.
animals, right? And they haven't
Yeah,
done anything, but he is familiar. He's been taken here with other members of the assassin squad, and he's been no, let's say he's been here before on a job as a politician's son who was fancied himself a big game hunter,
okay.
and then he fell prey to a cat with unusually sharp claws.
So let's call this
Yeah.
four dice. Yeah,
Mhm. Okay, dice roll, please. I need a 6 or 2. Give me 2, please. Maybe. No, still one. Just the
just
one, but
one. I
okay,
mean,
fair.
talking nicely to the dice room is definitely working.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, describe how catch Nico completely off guard. Your blade is at his throat before he even you know notices.
Yeah, I think Nico is out with his shotgun and he's angry and he's kind of drinking, which is a fucking great idea if you're hunting, right?
Yep.
And he's not even wearing his hunter's orange, and he has these goggles on, right, so he can see during the night, and he looks and he's an expert tracker, right? He knows what he's doing here, even if he's a bit tipsy, I guess. But what
Hmm.
he doesn't see is the dark figure that's stalking him, which is not the mountain lion. And when he catches sight of the mountain lion and lines up his shot, and the cat is like cleaning his paw or something, and he has it, and then I think it's then when BK just I think he just slides a dagger into his back, nothing too fatal, but
Hmm.
so you notice,
Yeah.
and says into his ear says, "You don't wear, you're not even wearing hunter's orange." And the cat runs away
Yeah.
because the shot goes off, not
Okay.
hitting it, but
Yeah.
Nico is surprised and the shot goes off. The cat gets away. Nico's on his get goes down, and BK kind of says, "Hey, you put me up with this whole Lucia mess, so I would wonder what's going down there. I feel that you might bleed out pretty quickly if nobody does anything. I know how to do something, but I won't unless you give me a reason to."
Hmm. So yeah, you filling in progress on Intel?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that was the reason why I came here.
Yeah.
So
So he knows you like stuck him good, and he's at your mercy, and I think he says, Lucia told me you were the fall guy.
Oh, okay.
She needed Madcap to cut you loose.
Okay. I guess. I guess I'll leave you for now. I get to live, but don't fuck around with these cats. They're protected, you know. So yeah, I won't. I mean, I told him I told him that would make him not die, so I will. But he's still in the woods.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell him that I would drag him out. And I say, okay, I'm taking the gun. I don't know. Maybe the cat likes you. And I'm
Well,
leaving
he
it.
curses you for that, obviously. You know, you can't leave me out here with that mountain lion with the smell of blood. You know, all that.
Oh, you
Just
should have thought.
desserts. You know.
You should have thought of that before he came here.
Oh shucks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So now it sounds like you have time to work your way up to Lucia, right?
Yeah, seems like it. But I think before I do that, I need to set up more of an escape route because I lost my fucking bike, right? And I need a new one. So I think how much time do we have here? We have still a lot of time, right?
Yeah, we've got plenty of time.
Okay, cool. So I can, before just going to the final confrontation with evil Lucia, I think I need a new bike. So I can move around a little more safely. Yeah, and I think I want. Give me one of my D6 friends, please.
Okay, yeah, I was just about to say. Sounds like there should be someone who can help you out here.
Yeah.
So there is a. So no one that jumps out as particularly useful, but let me throw in Benjamin, who is a relative who covers for your criminal exploits.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. So maybe I think, yeah, I'm like, oh, I need a bike. And then my calendar function on my smartwatch goes off and says, oh fuck, it's I don't know. It's my brother's, and I think that's Benjamin. It's my brother's wedding. Oh, I think I need to go there. In the middle of the whole thing, right? Because what can go wrong there? Because I can't lead any assassins that way.
Or is it that because he's at his wedding right now, his dirt bike is maybe this is where you grew up with your love of dirt bikes.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. So I need to go to his wedding, congratulate him, and grab his bike. Because he's my favorite brother. He's my favorite brother. I can't just steal it.
Yeah.
Right? And if it was David, I totally would, but Benjamin, no. Okay. David doesn't have a bike.
Okay.
David has
if he was
sedan.
cool enough to have a bike, you wouldn't feel guilty for stealing it.
Yeah. Yeah, but he has a sedan and fuck David.
So maybe the so do we think it's like maybe the day before the wedding, so he'll still be at home and you can still kind of meet up with him to borrow a bike?
Yeah.
Or okay.
I think he's maybe in his kind of, oh, wait a second, that would be a stag night, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice, like that. I'll invite myself to that.
So do you meet up with them in the city while they're getting entirely, or before they get entirely too drunk to help you?
Yeah, okay. Definitely. Yeah, this is definitely not my territory, so. But I need a bike, so. Yeah. I need to talk him into it because he won't take my money.
Yeah, well, Plus, he insists on calling you Steve, right, or
Yeah,
Stevie, or something like that, which is
right. Oh no, no, please don't. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's my brother, so I guess he gets to do that. He's my older brother,
yeah,
so I
yeah,
guess he gets to double do that. But still, I'm coming here for his freaking wedding, and he knows. I think he knows that what I do is the wrong side of the law. He probably doesn't precisely knows what I'm how heavy the shit is that I'm into. He probably thinks it's kind of drugs or something,
hmm
or
uh, yeah.
bootleg DVDs or stuff like that.
But he covers for you as best he
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
And you know, I think his friends, they don't know anything more than that you're the goth brother, and they're kind of
yeah,
surprised to see you. And hey, come over here, have a drink, join us, tell us about that time when yada yada yada.
yeah,
Um, and hey, hey Stevie, what's I didn't expect to see you here.
yeah. Hey, Benjamin, my favorite brother, congrats. I need your bike.
You need my bike.
Yeah,
What's wrong with your bike?
kind of impounded right now, I think.
Impounded?
Yeah, got into a little trouble.
I can't wait for the paperwork, huh?
Yeah, no, I can't. No, I need a bike pretty much right now.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to be using it for the foreseeable, right?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly, exactly. With your lovely bride, I guess, or bridegroom.
hmm Well, I think he takes out his keys and, gives you the key to the bike and the key to the garage, so you can get it, and reminds you, even though you know the alarm code, and there's no one there anyway. So,
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm can deal with the alarm code. I mean, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know.
uh, do you do you need some help? I mean,
Benjamin, just knowing that you're here and you're safe helps my heart.
and yeah, I mean, I think Benjamin is in a fit state to get emotional. He gives you a hug and says, "Bro,
Oh,
you ever need anything, you just holler. We'll, we'll take care of you."
yeah, thanks. Make sure they don't write Stevie on my grave, though.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
sorry.
just my last name, huh?
Okay,
That would be
okay,
nice.
darling.
Yeah, darling. Have fun.
I mean, I guess you all had to grow up with that
Yeah,
terrible name, so
exactly. Exactly. We're all darlings.
yeah, yeah.
I think David is the one who's got it worse. Because David Darling, that's kind of a
Yeah.
horrible name.
What can you do, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could become an internationally wanted killer, but who would do that?
hmm So, uh, I think it's worth. I mean, it's is it worth a roll? I mean, exciting, desperate, or perilous. I'm not sure it's any of those things. Um,
No, it's not, right?
but you have a
No.
bike, so maybe that's.
Yeah,
I guess
that,
that's worth maybe a boost on your next roll when you're
yeah.
uh,
Okay. When I can use
doing
it,
exciting
actually.
stuff.
Yeah, when I get doing stuff. What kind of exciting stuff could I get up to right now? I think I need to figure out where Lucia is anyway. So, well, out of the picture, so what's his name? Nico?
Nico is, I mean,
Yeah,
bleeding.
yeah. Well, I won't go back there.
Yeah.
Um, I look
Uh,
at the bulletin board. Somebody there might still be like, haha, might still talk trash about me.
mhm,
So I guess I'll just pick one of these guys, one of them where I know where to find, and just go up there and then figure. I mean, I could go up to Madcap and try to ask him, but I think
mhm.
he has maybe some bodyguards,
Okay.
so I'd rather not. I'd rather ask somebody else.
Yeah. So there is a Shiloh on your list of
Shiloh.
enemies.
Shiloh, I like that.
Shiloh. He is a
Shiloh.
weasel. he knows
Uh-huh.
everyone and he's loyal to no one.
Oh
So
yeah, that sounds like a useful guy
yeah,
to
yeah.
lean on for locations.
I mean, if you want to be very suspiciously convenient, maybe he's in this very nightclub, right, with your brother's stag party.
No, oh gosh,
No,
no. If he, yeah, he might be, but if he is, I will. Wow.
I guess that would give you an extra die for your brother's help slash involvement.
Yeah, but that also means that I definitely need to take out Shiloh because he now knows that I'm connected to Benjamin. I can have that out there. So that's fine. That's a good problem.
Okay,
That's a good problem
a
because
good
I
problem.
can't have, yeah, I can have
Yeah,
that. I can't have that. Definitely not. And also, it's at my brother's wedding, and I have to, oh my gosh, yeah. I have to, A, ask Dean on him to get intel, and then B, take him out in a way so that nobody will know
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened here.
It's all
Okay.
very complicated.
Yeah, well, that's why they call me the best.
Hmm.
Maybe. Do they? Some do.
Um,
I do. I call myself the best, obviously.
so maybe how this happens is you're like maybe like on your laptop looking at
Mhm,
looking at the
mhm.
bulletin boards, and
Yeah.
then like the bartender like taps you on the shoulder and puts a drink down beside you and then points
Mhm.
across the bar towards Shiloh, who has
Oh,
just bought you a drink.
oh. And still at my brother's stag party, right?
Oh, you're in the nightclub where that start party
Oh,
is, so
okay, okay, okay,
it's
fine.
not completely obvious, but
Okay, yeah, yeah, still better safe
mm,
than at my brother's funeral. So yeah, I will take the drink, not to Shiloh, and play around with it a little. I won't drink anything that Shiloh bought me. Like, no,
okay. I mean,
don't trust that fellow.
he's not like a master assassin. He's the kind of guy who would like tell the bartender to he would buy
Yeah,
a drink for you, right? So
yeah, it's fine. He's also, yeah, the bartender. I look at the bar. It's the bartender, the guy who, no, I'll sniff the drink, and I'm an assassin. I can smell rohypnol in my drink.
yeah,
However, I do forget it.
um,
I have a slip. These chemical things that you can actually put into your drink that show you if there's rohypnol in there.
yeah,
These are an actual thing. So I will take the drink, put that thing in it, check it. Just let Shiloh see that I'm doing
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And after this is cleared,
yeah. It's
I
clean.
will
It's clean.
then I will drink it.
Yeah. Um,
And then I will go over to him or yeah, I'll drink it and go over to him and say, Shiloh,
hey, BK.
what's going on?
If I was putting money on where I'd expect to see you tonight, it wouldn't have been drinking at a bar.
Yeah, well, that's why they tell me I'm so good. I'm never where they expect me to be.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Mhm.
So, what can I do you for?
You know a lot of things, right? You know a lot of people shy, and you probably know where Lucia's hold up.
Ooh, well, I mean,
I need to talk to her real bad.
sure, sure, but powerful people require powerful prices to sell out to other powerful people.
You're not really selling her out, though. I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
her ex.
well, also, it
Okay,
sounds like your organization is trying to kill you.
yeah, that's true. That they're trying.
Sure,
Emphasis
and
on
and
trying.
and I will bet on you every day of the week to survive other people trying to kill you, but
Mhm.
not on me to try to survive Lucia coming for my head. You know?
True. Yeah. Yeah. I know. But if you point me towards her, she probably won't. Probably won't
Yeah, but
try that.
like, I would need some, cold hard assurance to get me ahead of the
Fine.
game.
Fine. Yeah. How much?
I mean, 50K maybe.
That sounds fair.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess he also uses, murder
But
coin.
I'll tell him that I won't do the transaction in here. That would look weird. We need to go outside for that.
Okay. Um, so yeah, he's a weasel. He, looks around and he's suspicious, but
Mm.
the prospect of getting paid
Mm.
is great. Is great.
Oh, he's getting paid. He just won't leave our meeting place, but he doesn't know that yet.
Yeah. So why don't you roll
Yeah.
to see how successful this goes?
Uh-huh.
So I guess 2 dice to start.
Yeah. And in the end, it will come down to a blade, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I think your brother, the whole involvement is giving you an extra die.
Yeah, because I'm extra special motivated.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like 4 to me.
Does the fact that that Lucia and the whole resurrection is involved give it?
Yeah. I guess that is related to your crime, your quote unquote
Yeah.
crime. So that's 5. Good call.
Okay, guys, this is really important. This is about my brother, right? Come on, please. Yeah, there's a 6. There's also 1, but there is a 6.
A 6 and a 1. Okay.
Yay.
So,
Nice.
um,
We'll fill another intel thingy.
yeah, I will fill another execution thingy.
That's fair. Yes.
Um, so, uh, yeah. So, why don't you describe? So, I guess he'll tell you where she
Mm-hmm.
is, right? So
Yeah.
that's your intel. So maybe describe how that goes, and then maybe how you uh, make sure that this weasel cannot backstab you.
Yeah. I will take the information. I will pay him in murder coin. Murder coin. I'm sorry. I really enjoy the idea of there being a crypto murder coin. Okay, sorry. And after I've done that, and he's looked down, and I will ask him, does that check out? And he'll say, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. I say, I'm sorry, Shiloh, you stumbled into something. It wasn't your fault, but family comes first. And he looks at me like, what do you mean? And then I'll just, I think I'll stab him. Probably somewhere where it doesn't bleed a lot.
Okay.
It's not immediately obvious that he's been stabbed. And
He's I mean, maybe he just sits down in this alleyway outside the nightclub, and the first 20 people who pass him just think he's drunk or whatever.
Oh, I'd take him with me.
Oh, okay.
And deposit him somewhere else in a river or something.
Okay.
I don't want to leave him here because that's my brother's stag night. They don't want to murder a victim in the alleyway next.
Yeah. So you're in like a stolen car, kind of maybe picking up the bike, right?
Yeah. I probably stole the car of the best man, but I didn't notice.
Yeah. Okay. So here is the kicker on that extra segment of the execution. When you're dumping the body, you notice that his phone has got like an alert message up on it, and it's thanks Shiloh, tracking your location now.
Oh.
And this is from like maybe even before you met him, like when he saw you at the bar, he had already sold you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take this. I'll take the phone. I'll put it into I'll go up to the nearest, I think, guest bus stop or something, throw it into the bus.
Yeah.
So it'll
Yeah.
get driven around. Or better idea, I'll find a taxi. Sorry, taxi person.
Yeah.
And I'll ask the rate. And I say, no, sorry, I can't afford that, and deposit the phone in
Okay.
the taxi.
Yeah.
So
I'll buy you some time.
yeah.
Speaking of buying some time, I think we can take a break.
Oh, yep.
So we're back and hunting down Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think Shiloh told you she was going to be located?
Good question. What's an interesting location we didn't have? Penthouse something? Kind of the kind of rent thingy where poor people live, and she's holed up in, like, hotel seems
Mm-hmm.
nice. Yeah.
Like a high-rise hotel
Yeah.
or a low-rent hotel?
Both interesting, right?
Yeah.
I think I want a high-rise hotel where they cater to very more the eccentric kind of guests, where they
Mm-hmm.
have these large tanks with fish in the walls.
Yep.
Yeah. It's very, very upscale thingy, because I feel that Lucia wouldn't go really to lower end.
Yeah.
That's not the person she is,
Uh,
or is she is anymore. Who knows? So
so yeah. So I
yeah.
think you have to. Do you think it's difficult to blag your way in here if it's so high spec,
Uh,
or is it easy enough?
I
You know the
rent a
ways into these kind of places.
I rent a room. Rent a room.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
hotel.
Classic.
Classic way of getting into a hotel. Rent a room. I have money that is not murder coin, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I will have to dress up a little, but that's easy enough. If you're a goth, you just wear black.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
replace.
lose the lacy cuffs.
Why? Why? No, yeah, just straight up black, and maybe a pair of sunglasses, even though it's night.
Yeah. Okay. So then it's a matter of maybe finding which room Lucia is in or getting past her security.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's the
yeah.
latter, the past the security, because I feel that she would have some pretty darn good security, because she knows probably that I'm coming for her.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
by now she should be aware of the fact that I probably want to know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there's a one of your D6 enemies.
Oh, my
I feel like
D6
this is
enemies. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
your six
Yeah.
evil exes.
Yeah. Maybe they are on my 6 evil axis. Who knows? No, Shiloh is not my that would have been very brief encounter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very brief and very ill-advised encounter in some, well.
Yeah. So I mean, I think there are like unnamed bodyguards as
Yeah.
security, but you can see someone at the center of all this, and that is June, the
June.
only operative that could best you in combat.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Damn it! Fucking June.
June. Yeah, like the month.
Yep.
Uh,
But I like June, I think.
yeah. Do you think there was like an operation or some kind of escapade you were on together that kind of made you think you were friends?
I think maybe friends is maybe too strong a word.
Yeah.
I think the simple fact that we never were on opposite sides, and we
Mhm.
tried to make sure that that never happened, because both of us, we were not sure who was better, actually. And we never felt the need to, both of us never felt the need to actually go and try to figure it out.
Mhm.
And I think we were on a mission together. We were sent out to, I don't know, take down some guy, and that's when we realized at one point that we had been kind of lied to and led into a trap. We both realized it at precisely the same moment, right? And we got out together.
Okay.
That was not exactly fun, but that was satisfying. Working with another professional who's doing no bullshit, watching her operate was kind of a joy. I don't think I saw her kill. It was more like she was there, I was here, and we were getting out together. We were very well coordinated, though. So, yeah.
So do you think do we cut straight to your confrontation with June?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Sure.
So maybe this is after a fight with the lesser minions.
Right? Yeah, I like that. I will mark another hurt thingy because I mean these were actually competent bodyguards.
Yeah,
but, you know.
Yeah, but all we see behind you are like, black shapes and doorways and shell casings across the floor, and maybe the odd blade left behind.
Yeah. But I've cut across my my cheekbone, accentuating.
Of course, yeah.
I mean,
Where else? So yeah, like how does yeah, I guess like June shapes up and she's armed.
What weapons does she carry?
I think right now she has like one of those collapsible batons, the asps. And I'm sure she has other weapons, but like I think it's a case that she knows that near the principal, she's not going to be shooting guns. That's liable to go wrong. So you just like see the asp and hear it go click right down by her side. BK.
June.
Thought this day would never come?
I hope this day would never come.
Hey, you can still get the elevator down.
Yeah, but I want to talk to Lucia, because if I take the elevator down, sooner or later we'll be in this situation again, and I know how you operate. I won't have any advantage there. I don't want
you have an advantage now. That's cute.
No, you're not, but I'm not at a super. But I don't want you at my back, and right now you're not.
So fight.
Unless you'd be nice enough to let me talk to Lucia and figure out what this whole shit is why this whole shit is happening. I mean, do you really want to work for an organization where they do this? I'm not totally clear what the reasons are, but where the boss will do this to one of their operatives, just burn them.
Well, do you really want to work for an organization where people think they can walk away from a contract just because they have misgivings? I don't think so either.
Fair enough. So yeah.
Okay.
Well.
So
fight.
Yeah. So let's start with 2 plus 1 for a blade.
Yep. Plus 1 for Lucia, because I want to talk to her. Plus 1 for Lucia,
yeah. So that's 4.
Yeah. I mean, I would take my razor sharp stiletto to this fight. This seems like the fight where you take your special weapon in, right?
Oh, was I counting that for your?
No, my blades is basically what I've been using, my preferred method of fighting, but I haven't used the razor.
It's a double up. Okay, cool.
It's special weapon. I don't use that for most people. I don't use that for anyone. Okay. I would use that for June.
So yeah, I think that gets like a kind of not like a moment's pause, like she's not intimidated, but it's like, an appreciation, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah,
professional courtesy.
yeah. I mean, sure. Okay, dice room,
Yeah.
please be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Yeah, thank you. There's the 6 where I needed
Okay,
it.
so one of each.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. Well, that's fair, right? That
yeah,
that is the kind of role you want in these
yeah.
situations.
So I think, there's been a lot of gunfire going on here. And you've obviously like cut your way through all of the outside guards. So I think this is like something that maybe the cops get called because there's like a shootout in the hotel.
Right, right. That's right. That's rather reasonable.
You would think.
Yeah,
Um,
I like that.
so, and I think, why don't you describe the fight and you can get hurt,
Mhm.
and then if there is if there is a fight inside the room, you can probably um, clear it with your exceptionally display of violent power.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
but why don't you describe how you win this fight against June?
I think this is a hard fight, and it's a kind of fight where both. I think June also is very athletic, right? That's how she fights. She's very athletic. She's a martial artist. She uses the baton, but she also uses a chair and all the kind of shenanigans stuff. And it's not easy to evade that, right? Because you don't never know what she's throwing at you. Furniture, a pillow, right? And she throws a pillow, and that of course masks the kick that comes after, but your eyes are drawn to the first thing that flies your way. So yeah, I think that's the kind of fight we have. And BK has lots of knives. He will use the left hand knife, it's a longer one, to get rid of the distractions, the pillow, the vase, the whatever it is, the baton. Even the baton, he can parry that with it. What he can but what he needs to use when she actually comes at him with her hands, with her legs, he needs to use the stiletto, and he cuts her a couple of times, I think, and she kicks him a couple of times, and we hear a little scrunch at the
Mm-hmm.
end there when she hits him, and I think maybe in the knee, so he'll limp a little. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But that cost her, and he nicks her leg that she kicks him with. And but you know what a femoral artery is. He
Mm-hmm.
looks down at her and says, "You know what a femoral artery is? That's what I just hit. You have about 5 seconds. Get yourself away from here."
So maybe she kind of collapses against the wall,
Mhm.
and gives you a nod and like takes out her belt and like
Yeah.
tries to save herself. Okay,
Okay.
so you can mark as much hurt as you want.
I will
Um,
mark the one.
yeah, okay,
So I'm
and you can
I'm
also mark either an intel or an escape.
if I mark intel, then I will talk to Lucia and figure out what the whole thing
Yeah,
is about, right? Okay, then I
yeah,
will do that because that makes the most sense
sure.
fictionally. And I wasn't very deep into escaping because I needed to figure out that the story was about figuring out what's going on anyway. So,
So do you? Um, so I guess if you're overcoming Lucia, you could clear all the hurt, mark an injury, and
mhm.
do this exceptional display of violent power to overwhelm her.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I'm doing that. I will clear the hurt. Where do I mark injury?
just
Over
below
there.
that.
And
Yeah,
that gives me a disadvantage,
yeah.
right?
So that's a disadvantage
Yeah, that's
for
fair.
that.
I mean, I have a bum knee now. That seems fair.
Yeah.
So I will walk into her, and not into her room,
Mhm.
and I will just leave the door open, just show her the bodyguards, June, the knife in my hand, and I will say, Lucia, nice to meet you again. I will ask this only once. What the fuck is going
So I mean, I think she pulls a gun or like a machine gun or something like that and tries to take you out, but
on? Oh,
you're in no mood for that kind of
no,
nonsense.
I'm just going over and just take it out of her hand and say, I'm not in the mood. Yeah.
Yeah, and and she like you put your hands on her, and she like shouts out for June, and like maybe like the camera is looking over your shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and all we see now is like a blood streak
Mm-hmm.
from June's exit stage left. Right,
Mm-hmm.
she's dragged herself away. Um, uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I'll look at her and say, do you think I would be in here if June was still in the game? Respect her.
um, so uh, so yeah, I think so. You're getting the real story out of her because you've completed the
Yeah,
intel clock.
yeah.
So she tells you that the mega corporation, right?
The mega
Uh,
corporate, of course, them.
um, they this is a uh, I guess what they would call a hostile takeover, right?
Oh.
Of kind of all of the uh, mercenary assassin groups,
Mm-hmm.
and the squadron is just the main target, and she is like the VP for mercenary assassin squadrons for the mega corporation, right? So
Okay.
she has sold out everyone, everyone you know, everyone you've worked for her own ill-gotten gains to tie up the assassin business for good.
Okay. And you've let and why didn't you come to me with that exactly? Oh, because you knew I would never work for a
Of
megacorp,
course,
of
you would never
course.
work for them.
No, they make terrible fashion choices.
Yeah, yeah. Wearing ties, it's so passe.
Yeah, but also they wear these very narrow, thin ties that oh no. No. Okay. And Madcap knows about this and is okay with it.
He's not, but I
Mm.
think this is when you hear basically the Madcap's cavalry is arriving
Oh,
to try
okay.
to take you out and
Mm,
to save Lucia because
mm,
he doesn't know and he'll never believe you, right?
yeah, fine. So now I got to figure out my escape thingy
Okay,
and how to get Madcap to believe me.
yeah. What are you doing with Lucia? Are you leaving her for dead or?
Yeah, I think she's betrayed all of us, right?
Mhm.
I think she when we talk, she takes steps back, goes back a little because we're in a high rise, right?
Yeah,
So I think, and I follow her until she can't walk back anymore, and I tell her, yeah, you have to take a dive. I don't know if you'll survive that, probably not, or I'll push you. And I think she'll jump. We'll
okay.
leave it open if she
Yeah,
survives. You
yeah.
don't see a body.
We don't see the body. Okay.
Yeah,
She'll be back in the sequel, no doubt.
maybe.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I think there's like, I don't know, helicopters on their way, probably with assassins sitting in the doorway with sniper rifles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay, I need to get out of here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I have an idea.
Hmm.
I think they probably, I mean, this is a very nice hotel. They probably have a band or something here, right? A place for the people in the restaurant.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
I think I'll try to slip out with them.
Okay.
Vague
Uh,
hopes that somebody will think, or I'll steal a case with a guitar in it, and in the
okay.
vague hopes that somebody will think that I'm an artist.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So that sounds dangerous,
That's
desperate even.
yeah, that sounds pretty desperate, but you know.
um, I've got two dice. I'm happy to take suggestions for other advantages you have, but you're limping, right? So that's a
Mm-hmm.
disadvantage. So you're
Yeah.
down to one die at the
Oh
moment.
wow. Okay. Okay. Let me see. So my unmistakable look is not something I can use as an advantage.
Unless this is an emo band,
Yeah, of course it's an emo band, but what do you think gave me the idea it's an emo band?
I mean, in a hotel, I was thinking something like cabaret band, but
Yeah, but no. This is an eccentric hotel, right? With
okay,
fish
yeah,
on the
yeah,
wall, so they have an emo band that plays sad songs at their customers in the hope that they will feel bad enough to pay more.
okay, it makes perfect sense.
Totally, it's an emo band, and I walk
uh,
out with them, and I get 2 dice, which
Two
is not a
dice,
lot.
yeah.
Well, you know. Well, dice room. You like emo bands, right? No, you don't.
Okay,
You
so that
don't. You
is
get 2 thingies.
two ticks. So
Mm-hmm.
let's put those on execution because
Oh, yeah.
um, madcaps,
Mm-hmm.
hired goons are coming for you,
Yeah.
and they know you, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they've cordoned off the building.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some crooked cops are helping to
Oh. Mm-hmm.
filter through. Who is really a civilian who looks a
Mm.
bit too much like you for
Yeah.
comfort, and there's plenty of
Yeah.
people getting dragged into police vans to get checked out.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah, you're in a bit of a quandary. You could fight your way out or try something else.
I think try something else. I'll go down to the garage
Hmm.
and I'll steal a bike, I guess.
Yeah,
Yep. That seems like something I would do. I'll steal some I mean this is a high-rise hotel. Somebody will probably have a bike that is nice enough for me to
yeah.
steal it and drive it out and off. And if somebody gets in our way, they might have a dagger in their throat, who knows, or in their um, what's the word, wheel,
Oh, and
tire,
there are spokes.
in
Yeah,
their
yeah.
tire or something like that.
Okay. Um,
I still have caltrops.
you still have caltrops.
Yeah.
I think because we never got to use your brother's bike, we'll give you a bonus die for this
Mm-hmm.
bike.
Okay.
It's a stand-in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's a
um,
high-rise hotel. It's a very fine bike.
yeah, it's a very fine bike. It's like a Ducati sports bike with a top speed of legal nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is
That is 2 dice because of my disadvantage, and I get to use my blades, right? So I
yeah, so 3 dice.
3 dice. Okay.
So you start with two, an
Mm,
injury brings you back
yeah.
down, one for your brother's bike, one for your
Mm,
blades. Okay, so 3 dice.
okay. If I take more injuries, will that give me more disadvantages?
Yeah, so if you
Okay.
you can take more injuries, and when you fill that up, you get your another exceptional display of violent power, but then that's 2 disadvantages.
Okay, that's rough. Okay, I get. Yes. Okay, dice roll, we don't want that, right? Give me a 6 here. This is not an emo band anymore. Give me a 6 for the fancy pie. No. Mm-mm.
Ooh,
Oh, but
well, it's a
it's
one,
just
so that
one. That's a
is not as bad
one,
as it could have been.
right? Yeah,
Uh,
that's still not great.
okay, so I think you are, you're escaping on this Ducati.
Mhm.
You're like tearing up the roadway. You think you're scot free, and then
Mhm.
a sniper shot from a a helicopter takes out your rear tire, and
Oh,
the bike just loses control, and you end up
okay.
like it ends up in a fireball against the highway wall, and you end up uh, getting road rash.
Yeah,
um, and like
yeah,
sliding for what seems like a mile.
yeah, yeah. Not the
uh,
first time that happens to me, but
yeah,
still,
yeah.
still hurts. Okay. cool. I'm out of the hotel. I'm not out
Out
of
of
the
the hotel,
situation
a
with
couple of
the
miles down the
helicopter.
road. Yeah,
Not out of the situation with the helicopters and the sniper guys.
yeah,
But I think what I need to do now, yeah, I don't see that this is going to end well, but you never know. I could roll more than 1 6
you could.
for once,
Yeah,
right? But I should do something I'm actually good at, and I'm actually good at getting to people. Getting away from people is not apparently my forte. But right now, what I need to do then, I need to steal a car, right?
yeah.
And I probably need to steal it at knife point because I need a very nice and a very fast car. So I'll limp up to this gas station.
Hmm.
I'll find this teenager, or not teenager, this young man, right? He
Yeah.
has a car, he's a muscle car, probably got it from his daddy. And I walk up to him, I show him my knife, and I say, dude, you know what? I'm stealing your car now, but you still have a better night than I have.
um, yeah, I think. I mean, he probably tries to, like, he looks at you. You're like beaten up, road
Mm,
rash,
yeah,
um, dodgy knee. He probably forces you to punch him, right, to take the car. But
I
um,
cut him, not deeply, just
yeah,
to
yeah,
know, just so he knows, right? I tell him, look, buddy, you know how many people I've killed tonight? You don't want to be on that list.
yeah. I mean, he looks suitably afraid now that you've cut him, and don't seem to put too much weight on it.
Hmm.
Escape, escape attempt the second.
Yep.
Uh, Blades for sure.
Yep. Blades. Okay.
Um, uh, I don't know where else. I mean, if you really want to go for dramatic effect.
Mm,
Maybe the song playing on the radio or in the CD player or whatever it
mm.
is from your favorite
Oh yeah.
your
Yeah.
favorite record store, Children of the Night,
Oh
right?
yes. Yes, that's absolutely it. I love
Uh,
that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going with 3 dice again.
yeah.
Okay, you can do it, right? You can do 2 6s.
You can do two
Please?
sixes. Yeah,
Please? You can? Just please, maybe? Now there's one at least.
there's one six.
Yeah. It's just a 6, so yay.
So you get away from them.
Mhm.
How does this look, and where do you hole up temporarily at least?
Okay. What this looks like is I just get into the car and then I drive and then I drive very fast for a bit. And I drive I think into an underpass tunnel system that is a bit chaotic.
Hmm.
It's a big city, right? And then I'll lose both the cars and probably my followers because
Hmm.
I will get out of the car eventually and just um, either hitch a ride with somebody else, with a person, or probably just steal another car.
Well, you one of your D6 friends.
Ooh, yes, I
uh,
remember.
there is a Sophia
Oh,
who
Sophia.
keeps a safe house and is a hobbyist surgeon. So I think she might be exactly who you require at this moment.
I will go to visit Sophia because yeah, somebody needs to look at the knee and I need a safe house now
Mhm.
because I know what's
So
going on, but I need proof.
yeah, so where is this safe house?
Where is the safe house? It needs to be in a bit more, needs to be a bit more seedy, right? It's in a free clinic, I think. It's beneath a free clinic. Like you go there, and then if you're the right kind of person,
Mhm.
you take the elevator down.
So yeah, I think Sophia sees you come in and like knows exactly what the story is, and we see her. bandage you up? Like,
Mhm.
are there other wounds on BK that we kind of know now? Sophia helped helped you survive.
Oh, yeah, I think we have a scar, I think, on the abdomen, like a deeper cut, and they have a throwaway line about this fake samurai dude
Hmm.
who came at BK with a katana. This is nowhere this bad, right?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But he has a lot of bruises from June's kicks and stuff like that. And the knee, that probably needs a brace.
So yeah, I think you get like a brace and maybe an injection to
Mm,
help with the swelling and the pain and
yeah,
mobility. And
that's nice.
let me guess.
Mhm.
Let me guess. You didn't start this, huh?
I did not start this. No, no, hell no. I was the fall guy actually.
Must have been some fall.
I'm still alive. Um, lots of others are not. So
We getting you out of Dodge.
yeah, I don't know if I need to get out or if I need to get to Madcap and explain, but I need some heart. No, I think I need to get out of Dodge really. Right
Hmm.
now, with what's going on, this is not something I can fight like this. At least I need more
Yeah.
intel, more people on my side. I need to get out of this city.
Okay. So we can take away your injury. That's been
Nice.
seen to.
Nice. Oh, that's a possibility. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Cool.
Um, and if you wanted to, you could probably get rid of your hurt, but maybe you want to stay on the edge so you can perform an exceptional display of violent power when you really need to.
I think I'll stay on the edge of hurt because I mean I've got a lot of bruises and stuff like that. It doesn't vanish
Yeah.
overnight, right? And I'm still limping a little at least. I've got a brace, but
So I think maybe Sophia can help you escape.
mm-hmm,
On the quiet. Maybe in the
mm-hmm,
morning when things have died down a little bit. Maybe there's like a laundry truck or something that'll
mm-hmm.
leave, and that might get you under the radar.
That might be what I would want to do
Mhm.
for now at least.
Yeah. So let's make a roll for that to see
Okay.
whether
Oh
how,
no.
how much you put in for your escape.
Okay.
So I guess no longer a disadvantage for your
Mm-hmm.
hurt.
And I've got
Um,
Sophia helping me.
yep.
And I
Um,
also know how my guys operate, right? I will know
yeah,
where they
yeah,
would look and how to evade their notice. I
yeah. This
imagine
is
that's
the squadron chasing you, so that is worth a die. So that's four.
okay. You know what? If I don't make this, then I'm fucked,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So dice roll, please don't please give me a couple of sixes, more than one, please, for once. Come
make
on.
four sixes. Be greedy.
No, there's a one.
Okay.
This does not work out.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing this execution clock.
Mhm. Okay.
Um, so what does this look like? I think you get into this laundry van or truck, and it's going to drop you outside the city or
Mhm.
somewhere kind of away from mob central.
Mhm.
Um, and when it finally stops, I think it is like somewhere strange, somewhere that definitely means something untoward is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe at a truck stop in the wrong direction,
Oh
or a
no.
car park, a parking lot somewhere smack bang in this city center.
Oh no.
What do you think? Or does this place look familiar from your professional work?
Oh yeah, it totally does. This is well, I mean, I'm in the laundry truck. I can't really look out, so I guess they deposit me at the. I guess they deposit me next to our graveyard.
Okay. Not subtle, these people, huh?
No, not so these people. I mean, why not? Come on. We only
um,
we this was set for 3 or 4 hours. I'm just
Three,
wondering.
so
Okay,
we
okay,
we
fine.
will. Well,
I mean, we can
there's
go.
a neat closing segment either way, so
Oh,
maybe
okay.
we'll do one more test and then we'll cut
Mhm.
to the end, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can go a bit longer, but not much because I need to do another thing
Yeah.
today. So
Um. So yeah, I think you hear like someone is here waiting for you, right?
of course they are.
Um. And like you see them, they're like sat on top of a mausoleum, right, next to an
Mm-hmm.
angel with a
Mm-hmm.
rifle. And
Okay.
this is Ricardus.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be your supervisor, but now he's kind of uh, current shit stirrer. He is maybe uh, not very well thought of, but trying to get back to his former glory. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ricardus.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, uh,
Yeah.
so hey BK.
Hey, Ricardos, aren't you getting a little too old for this shit?
Yeah, but I need to retire on a cushy number, and you might be my ticket.
Nah, yeah, I'm your ticket out of this life, my friend.
One way or the other, right?
Yeah, right, right. Oh damn, I wish I didn't have. I mean, I had to fight June today. I threw Lucia out of the window. She basically threw herself. But still, do we really have to do this? Can't we just drink each other into? We can. No, I guess we can. I guess it's down to blades and guns, right? Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
uh,
and then I get to roll, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you're in a graveyard, so it's not like I think like initially maybe he has a range advantage, but once you get to cover, it's very sneaky and
There's a lot of cover
there's a lot
here.
of cover. Yeah.
And I'm using blades.
Yeah, and I like you recognize this. This is maybe a place where you have done jobs plenty of times, right? Or
No, but I've
hidden
been
bodies,
here.
or
No, this is our graveyard. People die. Friends of mine are buried
okay,
here. So I've been here on plenty of burials,
okay. So
but
this is
not
like the squadron's
yeah,
burial ground. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry,
I mean,
I
there
missed
are
that.
other people here,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I have one for blades, one for cover, and I think I know Ricardus, right? He's taught me
Yeah,
stuff. So
he maybe taught you a few things in his day. So
yeah,
5 dice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice one. This is it. Please. Yeah, two
Ooh,
sixes. You can
there
do
you go.
it.
Finally, finally.
Finally.
Okay. So maybe we'll hand wave that final segment.
Mhm. Yeah.
So why don't you narrate how uh, you best Ricardus, and then how you make your escape.
I
And
think yeah, I think initially he will hit look a gravestone next to me, and just the flying rock will cut me the charge of it, and that's kind of not that kind of pisses me off, right? Because this night, right? I just oh damn it. Okay, so I'll drop. myself down, and then I will just first of all I will fade out of existence basically, so you can't see me or hear me. He will only notice the knives that get thrown at him from whatever direction. Um, and I think one of the knives will hit his arm, and then I mean he will have knives run right down his arms, so he can't shoot me anymore. And when that's done, I think I will step up to him, look at him, and say, "Shouldn't have done this. This was fucking stupid, Ricardus." And I think he'll probably try to reach for another gun he has in his belt, but that's basically that it. I've had it with him and everybody else here. At least he's here where they can bury him, right?
Well, I think maybe he's already gotten a grave dug for you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he falls into that.
Yes, you know? Perfectly. And then I think I will mark the last hurt thingy, exchange that for being injured, and then all of the other guys will show up, right? Because he didn't come alone. There are others. He just said, I want dibs on this. And then other people will show up and say, yeah, well, you did that, but can you fight all of us? And DK will shrug and say, yeah, of course I can fight all of you.
Okay, awesome. So that's where we kind of stop the main game, and now we go to an epilogue.
Nice.
So you get to dictate an epilogue with your character enjoying their freedom because you escaped. And then we introduce a twist that leaves potential for future sequels.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Let's say the epilogue is actually BK. He is in Berlin. He's made it there. There is probably a goth club there where people will do goth things, and there's a sad German goth band singing at everyone. And I will find a video of that. I don't want to know that Adblock Plus has been updated. Go away, thingy. I have a perfect band. Yep, exactly. Wait, they're touring right now. Sorry. That's not what I wanted to. Oh yeah, I know exactly the song. It's perfect. Damn it. My computer wants to help me. No. Here it is. It's called Down, Down, Down. It's appropriately enough. And I think he's really enjoying himself by standing in a crowd of goths who are hardly moving to the music at all, which is how goths like to dance in Germany. So yeah, he enjoys that immensely.
And I think so. There's a D6 twist table. So I've rolled on that.
Okay.
And the twist is an enemy extends an olive branch.
Oh, nice.
So I think maybe the DJ puts on a track that maybe in the past you and Madcap enjoyed together.
Oh, nice.
And you know, maybe that sets you on edge, but there's like a message that gets dropped. For a meet now with Madcap.
Okay.
Because obviously you got to take the war to the mega corporation. You know.
Oh, nice. Maybe it's heard by Johnny Cash. With this, my sweetest friend and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. So nice. Cool game.
I'll stop the recording and we'll do a quick debrief.
Yep.